Hello, everyone. Sorry to interrupt the VOD for you, but we're here to bring you some live content. This has become sort of a staff tradition at the end of the year to do a little staff crowd control race and then chat with you all during it. We were trying to do this last night, but plans kind of fell through, so we're doing it tonight. Don't worry, you will get to see the end of that VOD after this is over. We have a bunch of things still left in our VOD playlist for our best of 2019, or rather, our tournament finals from 2019. The best of reel is going to be at the very end of the year on New Year's Eve. But I'm Fiesel, and I'm here with Rick. Hi, Rick.
Hello.
And I'm here with JC. Hello, JC.
Hello, hello.
And I'm here with Clifford. Hey, Clifford.
Good evening.
Clifford has seen the future and knows where all the items are in this seed, so he's going to be trying really hard not to spoil things for us.
Yes, that is correct. Good evening. How is everyone?
We're doing good. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. So if you notice, Tess has a Christmas hat on and Kiku doesn't. How is it?
Humbug.
Wow.
We need to take all his money away.
We need to give him a little Christmas spirit. We're going to send him some Christmas spirit.
Ice physics all the way.
Right. You can interpret Christmas spirit to mean whatever you want here. All right, well, let's let the players know they can get started.
Yeah, I think we could probably do that. And, if you enjoyed the vodcast, be sure to reward Keku with some good stuff. If you hated when your run was during the vodcast, like it was way in the middle of the night, send him pain.
Or Christmas spirit.
Like Oko.
Oko, huh?
Oh yeah. Chat, how you guys doing tonight?
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all. Somebody asking what happened to the other stream. Well, we ate it for now, but we were going to put it on once we're done with this. So let's talk about our staff members, shall we?
Uh-oh.
All right, I just gave him the countdown, so in a little bit we'll see them go here. But yeah, let's talk about first our players that we have up here on the screen. So kekumanshoyu is the VOD master, the person in charge of coordinating all the VODs. And oh, it looks like he just got started there. We got some delay on Tessa's screen. Hold on, let me see if I can sync that up. Anyhow, yeah, kekumanshoyu in charge of all the VODs, or in charge of managing the people who highlight all the VODs. And we want to give a huge shout out to all the people who volunteer for Speed Gaming and help out with all the all the work that gets done, because we really couldn't do any of this without you. Yeah, we of course want to thank Keku for his work as the VOD manager, but we want to point out that most of the VOD highlighting gets done by our dedicated team of volunteer VOD highlighters. So thank you very much to everyone who highlighted VODs with us this year. And msmetroid is the newest member of the staff in charge of one of our tournament managers, in charge of making sure the tournaments run smoothly and making sure that people get assigned to set up help and whatnot. Just keep things chugging along here. As for my co-commentators, Adirondack Rick is our schedule manager, keeps the episodes assigned to channels, basically in charge of the channel assignments and keeping track of where we are in each of the tournaments. Do we have finals coming up, and in what tournaments, and how do we prepare for those things, and just kind of making sure everything fits nicely into the schedule, which is a non-stop task. Every single day he's got to do this. No days off for Rick, otherwise the schedule will just be empty. So excellent job there.
Except for today, it was kind of empty here today.
Well, yeah, today, what happened today? You dropped the ball, Rick. Come on.
Something holiday.
I don't know what could you possibly have been doing today that kept you so busy? Why aren't there anything in the schedule?
I blame the players.
Of course.
Oh
We're
yeah,
supposed to be
we
players.
gotta have players for this, don't we?
Yeah. So what have the players been doing so far? And why does the world look like this? This isn't normally what Hyrule looks like.
This is our festive mode, so things have gotten a little wintry around here as we're walking through the snow. We're trying to find where coats are. We're trying to find where winter boots are, so we can or winter skates or whatever it is, so we can stop sliding on the ice. We see presents. And we have somebody giving Keku 4 bombs. They're trying to be nice to Keku. Look at that.
He deserves something in his stocking. It's been real good this year.
Are you sure of that?
Well, I didn't say what that something is that he is going to get in his stocking, but we'll start out with some bombs. That's a nice non-threatening stocking gift, I think. All right, but yeah, festive mode in full effect here.
Before we move too much further, so anyone that has not seen a crowd control before, especially for those that were coming here from the VOD that was right before this, be sure to refresh the page if you haven't already, because sometimes the extension doesn't load if you're already on the page when we turn it on.
That's a good point.
Yep. And then once you are able to see that, you do get 10 free coins when you hop into crowd control for the first time during this game.
Is it 50 or 10? I thought it was
50, one of those two.
it's something. Yeah, I think it maybe more than that.
It's 50. I just said
It's
the wrong number. The option disappears, so I'm looking at the left column and it says 10 on me.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 50 free coins. Just go ahead and click the exchange button. You can see that pop up there, and you can use them towards anybody you wish to. You can even pull it together with your code chat there to create some evil effects for our runners. Like we've been seeing somebody try to take away Keku's bomb, so he doesn't have any here for this Kakariko village.
Right. Yeah. I see a remove bomb just took him down to 0. So that's going to be a problem. Need some bombs to clear out things in here.
I also see a cuckoo attack coming our way. There it is.
Yeah. Do they have little hats on? What's going on those chickens?
They're getting festive too.
These are.
Take a look at Sahashwala. He's festive as well.
See that? I love how the chests are presents.
And the nice thing about the presents is that you don't know what is at critical places, like, for example, the Lumberjack Ledge or the library. So all you see is the present. You don't know whether or not you have to go to Aghanim to defeat him in order to get something of progression. Now,
It's just like a family Christmas at our house with us. We had the dangerous uncle giving you bombs. We had the cheap uncle with
He died in a fall.
Oh no.
He tried to get down into the well, and unfortunately, he was down to a half of heart. Now, don't forget, because we're playing festive mode, we're also playing with the mechanic here, where it's like every 10 seconds, you're losing a half of a heart because it's cold outside, and Link, here he's not wearing any winter coat, frostbite happens, it claims lives.
That's right. That's why your mom makes you wear a jacket during the winter, a nice warm one. That jacket's not a winter jacket. Change into a winter jacket, Link. But yeah, I guess that's a JP 1.0 thing. That's why that's happening there. As he fell, he was able to be killed.
Yep.
I love that upturned sleigh there by that overturned sleigh. Look at that.
msmetroid just barely missed getting into Link's house, where would have been out of the cold, would have been able to pick up some hearts as well. I like the lit candles there on the menorah.
Mm-hmm.
Got the cookies protecting Santa over there for us.
You have a cuckoo attack heading over to Miss Metroid's way.
What? These sprites, too.
It looks like a head.
Right? Yeah, it looks like somebody's head. Yeah.
Head with an
So as we go through this, we once again we're playing Festa mode, so we don't have to deal with the Ganon's Tower. So bear that in mind as we move through the end game. It's not going to be like your normal crowd control where you're trying to get back at a runner by locking him in Ganon's Tower for the next 50 minutes by killing them left and right. You might want to do that when they're trying to give their gifts to the certain NPCs they have to around the world.
Yeah, we do often see Ganon's Tower as being the place where the audience really gets to lock down the players. But yeah, I guess we won't have that soon.
Shout outs to the hardworking crew there, the people behind the Link to the Past Randomizer who put this together, V Torp and crew. Miss Metroid taking a death before it can get into Mini Moldworm Cave. So we're going to go through the race game for Keku once again. This is one of those ones where you normally are able to see the item, but because this is festive mode, we are unable to. What mysterious wrapping present are we going to get? It could even be a boat, but there's our winter coat. So now Keku's going to be stopped. Keku's no longer going to be taking damage here in the outdoors.
following Mama's advice.
They're really following Mom's advice why they put the code outdoors.
Is that blue mail? Or not?
That's not blue mail, because the two mails are still going to be a thing in this. The coat just stops you from taking damage when you're outdoors.
What does it take the place of in the item pool? Anything?
Just some random junk item.
Okay, it's not a remaking of one of the items that we care about. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Now there is going to be the snowshoes, which will take the place of the flippers, because as you can see, the lake being frozen over, and also Swamp Palace later on is going to be frozen over, so there's going to be no need for flippers in this game. As we give Miss Metroid an upgraded sword, my commentator partner here, JC, is helping Miss Metroid out.
Yep, always help Tess. She does a lot of awesome stuff for me.
No favoritism here in the commentary booth.
Nope, not at all.
If you want to be nice, you can give her a heart before she takes a death. She's got to get in that cave before the next 10 seconds go through. There she goes.
And there we go. Alright. Mini Moldorm Cave. For Kiku has... Oh, I missed the flute earlier. Nice.
Yeah, the flute off the Grinch. We also had a sword upgrade. So Keku's at a level 2 sword. Miss Metroid, thanks to the extra offense, now is up to the tempered sword. Merry Christmas. Now, Miss Metroid's got to be heading back to the village because she's going to be activating the flute. And, you know, people in crowd control love to do things with the flute. Isn't that right, JC?
Never. So, with the power of bits, you are given the authority to take away a certain bird from responding to her.
I do want to point out that there's going to be like a little bit of a delay. We're talking upwards to a minute between what the runners are experiencing and what you can see here on speed gaming. So plan your attacks accordingly.
Yeah, I'd recommend if you really want to, if there's something you really want to be precise with, probably load up their stream directly just to get the least amount of delay, just to be sure.
We have a command for that.
There you go. Use the runner streams right there in chat. Yeah, sorry, the title didn't update for some reason when we switched out of vodcast mode into regular mode. So this is not one of the 2019 tournament finals, but we will have more of those. There's still a bunch of stuff left in that playlist, in the finals playlist. We had over 48 hours worth of finals from this year, which I don't even think that was all of them. I think that there was some. No, I think it was all of them. Yeah, actually, there's a bunch of best of threes in there and stuff that really,
some stuff from SG Live too.
Yep, that's right. Bunch of tournament finals from that. It amazed me how many finals we had this year, just how many tournaments we hosted this year. This has been our busiest year yet. Each year has been successively more busy than the other, and this one is no exception.
And 2020 is starting up ultra busy for us.
Yeah, 2020 is already we're already like booked solid through like the end of February with new
Absolutely.
tournaments. Not that we always take on more stuff. It's not like we're really booked solid. We'll make room for things. It's just amazing. Just so much interest, so many new things people want to try, which is great. I mean, it's exactly what we were hoping for. So.
I do want to point out that King DDD, or what would normally be King Zora, gave Keku the ice shoes there, the ice boots, which, as we mentioned before, will make it so Keku will no longer be slipping when on ice. As msmetroid now going through, trying to collect the items here in Kakariko Village, while Keku is going to be activating the flu as well, if he can get it onto the right button. If you really want to make Keku miss the menu a little bit more, you can invert his controls.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that's really tough, because technically it doesn't stop you from doing what you're supposed to do, but, it's really tough to make that translation in your head.
Also, shoutouts to Helly and Jerky7 with their resubs.
Yo, nice. I wonder if the snow boots guard against ice phases from crowd control.
That's what I was wondering, because we can give ice physics back through a crowd control effect, but I don't know how the snowshoes will affect that.
Would somebody like to experiment with that for us?
Yeah.
Keku going through a dark room. At least this isn't Randomizer. msmetroid up to 5 hearts. Needs to make it down to the race game. That is where the coat is. We do get to see 2 of our presents here in the light world. Keku down to 1 heart remaining, getting hit by the rocks that are falling. Takes a death. Goes back to start, and yes, this is live.
What was going on inside the old man's cave there? I missed. What?
That is one of the NPCs you got to deliver a present to. You see, what happens here in festive mode is that the 7 crystals are replaced by presents, and that there are 7 NPCs across the worlds, both the light world and the dark world, that you have to deliver those 7 presents to. Gina is one of them. We get to see the rarely seen southeast corner of the dark world too, where the hamburger helper sprite lays.
Ooh. That'll be fun.
Miss Metroid heading down towards the race game area. And Keku finds the third sword upgrade.
Wow, well, that's helpful to get.
Oh yeah, especially in crowd control when health is going to be at a minimum.
Right. Or when people can downgrade your sword, it's good to start out high.
Now, we've seen a whole bunch of crowd control races. We know what this crowd can do. They're capable of a lot of great things, and we're hoping to see this over the next few hours here on Speed Gaming. But Miss Metroid's about to get the winter coat.
There we go. That must be a relief. What is it that Link turns into instead of a bunny?
That one looked like a reindeer-esque sprite.
That was? That's great.
So Keku heading into the Tower of Hera. And in festive mode, the item distribution is the same. So there's going to be 2 items, and then the remainder are dungeon items. And that item right there seems to be very important.
Very.
A heart container requires a bomb. Well, thank you, game.
And we do have that early big key for Hera.
Ooh, Miss Metroid takes a death. And so when you have the old man in your possession, you go back to where you spawn him. So she's going to have to go back through the cave once again, take him over to the... take him back to the home there, and therefore he will be back, and everything will be good. Keku going through, and we've got a modified Tower of Hera as part of the festive mode. As you can see, the big chest is on that side of the Tower of Hera now. And you know, that magic powder's nice. Because if we mentioned it before here, one of the biggest things is in crowd control races, the number of hearts that are available to a runner, they're minimized here as opposed to a normal race, because hey, we want you to help our runners get more health if they so desire to. Keku's done with the Tower of Hera, gets 10 arrows out of the balls, but the Moon Pearl, the more important thing.
So is each of those presents for a specific NPC or just any of them?
A specific NPC.
How do you find out which?
Now, if you go to the menu, there's going to be a thing that says press R for the presents, and it will tell you whose presents correspond. If you see Keiko's screen right now, it says push R for list. It'll show you who is who and whether or not you found their gift yet.
Okay, that's handy. Yeah, I like that this isn't just a reskinned version of the game. Like, this is actually a different, it's actually a different logical goal. That's cool.
And there's butter for Miss Metroid now.
Wow, these swords. Gosh. Just cranking through them.
Now, Miss Metroid's trying to line up for a bomb jump. The problem is that being down to a heart, it wasn't going to end well if she was able to pull it off.
Well, she's fine on hearts now.
Yeah. Going down to get her.
She would have gotten a nice little teleport to the wrong screen.
Yeah.
Give Keku bombs. Well, I think he took care of that himself.
Alright, now we got 10 bombs to take away.
Yes, we do.
19 total if we want to take away from Tess as well.
Oh, and there it begins. Took away 1 bomb. Of course, now let's do a cuckoo attack. Why not?
Good storm in here is really fun. Sometimes it can actually despawn the little barriers leading up to Desert Palace.
Huh.
I just briefly saw the map here for the Dark World from msmetroid, and I do see that we have a present over at Skullwoods, a present also over at Turtle Rock. I think we have Thiefstown being a pendant. Shoutouts Link Force, Pendant Ice, and Pendant Thiefstown.
Link Force is a very talented tracker doing the work for us, even though he's not tracking at the moment.
Chat helps us out so much during these runs. They're invaluable to have them, and we do appreciate everyone who does come around to watch these races here on Speed Gaming. If it wasn't for the viewers, we wouldn't be here.
Oh, it's Pendant Swamp and... Oh yeah, Pendant Swamp and Thiefstown. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Swamp and Thiefstown, yes.
Yep. Have we seen... Oh, hookshot. There we go. I think this is the first we've seen the back of the scape here.
Yes, we have.
First we've seen of any of Escape or any of Hyrule Castle.
Alright.
Yeah, we saw the uncle very, very early on. He had the mirror.
Right, we got that like right off the bat, and then it's been not much for progression since then. But... Wow, this is a good sprite set here on these cuckoos.
Getting a cuckoo attack, getting the cabbages to fall, getting the dead rocks. That's a whole lot of fun.
Right.
While losing bombs are going to be needed for East Death Mountain.
Yeah, he's got 5 of them still, but, you know, you got just a little more time to get rid of them before he needs them to check the bottom of the Paradox Cave.
Alright, msmetroid's first boss fight.
Yeah, just needs to do 2 slashes against this Moldorm because of the Butter Sword. There's
So you
our
can just-
Titans-Mitt.
Ah, of course, knocked out. But you can just do regular slashes against Moldorm with butter.
Yep.
It's the same damage as a tempered spin.
Yep. She's charging, but I don't. That may just be for safety.
Yeah, I think this is more of a safe play at this point.
How's a poke? It takes more than 2 pokes, right?
It'll
Poke
take
is-
3 pokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
So-
my poke strats against this
That's
guy.
a
Oh my
middle.
god, middle hold.
Yep.
Ah.
I think she may have been muttering a few words that wouldn't be legal for talk here on Speed Gaming.
She was singing a Christmas carol.
That's exactly what's going on. Especially right now.
Oh my god, she just got wassailed there. She's gonna take an eggnog break.
I think she was pausing. She did mention a moment ago that she was having some controller issues, so maybe that might have something to do with it.
Yeah. Now she's getting all the rupees for support.
Wow, yeah, we got the rupee train coming in here.
People taking away Keku's bombs. And I will mention this, coming up in just a few moments, we got the floating island, which does require 2 bombs to get through via the hookshot cave.
Yep, and if we have takeaway bombs queued up, it will hold on to that until he actually gets the bomb to actually execute.
Good point.
Oh wow, I didn't know that it did that. That's really clever.
There's a spin there for msmetroid. Just needs to get one more slash or spin, and there we go. Moldorm is down.
Yeah, it looks like you already have a queued up -1 bomb, so I think he's going to be in for a surprise as soon as he gets some more bombs.
Yep, and there are no guaranteed bomb drops in this little area for Keku.
Yeah. And the importance behind this is the fact that it's going to become what we call a loose square if Keku's unable to take care of it right now.
Did we actually see what was on the island?
I don't think we
It's
can.
going to be a present no matter what.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, msmetroid's taking the tree. What a Grinch.
What? Oh my gosh. What? Look at her snicker.
She knows what she's up to.
She knew what this was. Oh no, Kiku took away his little hookshot points and threw him away. Trying to see there's a bomb underneath one of those pots.
He's not getting it. I don't think there was any bombs underneath any of these pots.
There's not. Basically, try to get lucky with the enemies.
So there's the list that I was that Feasel was inquiring about a little bit ago here. Those are all the people that you need to deliver a present to. You notice that one of them said found. That corresponds with the present that we saw come off of the Moldorm in the Tower of Hera.
Alright, we see bombos is needed for Turtle Rock entry. Oh, somebody gave Kiku a bomb.
Yes, they gave him 1. He needs 2. Because you're going to get to this wall here, and the problem is you're going to find yourself another bomb wall you have to take care of.
Yep, and then the 2 pots here are hearts.
That's right.
So, soft locks, you say?
There are some soft locks. I think you can still soft lock if you kill someone on a screen transition, right?
Mm-hmm. Keku's spending his time. He's waiting you guys out.
Basically, to do soft lock, you have to kill them at a frame perfect time.
And that's happened before in these races. It has happened, but I don't know. That's like hitting a mosquito with a bullet. I don't know about that.
Oh.
There we go.
So we have a bomb removal queued up for Keku, but the problem is that he didn't get rubbed out in time, so the bomb came through, and Keku was wise to use and all that for a single rupee.
It's a 1 rupee.
The greatest.
And Keku today learns that you can't bully your way through Lionels, whether it is Zelda 1 or Zelda 3.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on his way back to Tablet, and then probably Spike Cave with his newfound book, but go check that out later.
I keep telling Kat he needs crowd
Pitch
control.
black. And we are going to see the entirety of it on Testa.
Yeah, she's in Dark Cross right now, trying to figure out what's in here. Where was the gloves that Keku found that Miss Metroid hasn't yet?
Was Akina and Bottom of Paradox.
All right, and the hook shot being in the back 3 of Escape.
We have a suggestion to do a crowd control tournament.
Yeah, that's something that keeps getting talked about from time to time. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I mean, for it to be fair, or at least any kind of tournament, you would have to have all effects apply to both players, not just to one or the other, so the crowd couldn't play favorites. But
Right.
I mean, it could be done. You'd have to turn the prices of everything way, way down. Otherwise, people would just burn through all their money in the first round of the tournament. So, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. It's kind of an odd one. We have combining crowd control with an actual tournament would be a first.
Oh no, it's the Duck of
The
Doom.
Duck of Doom.
Doom. I mean, if we do something like that, it'd probably have to be like a one-day thing just for
Right.
a giant amount of fun, and that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, we get a bow
Look at that.
off the breadsmiths.
What are the breadsmiths working on? There's like some black bread.
They burnt it.
Yeah, it's a burnt baguette.
Well, if it was black, I was going to suggest that it's marble bread, but guess not.
It's a giant lump of coal.
It's a giant lump of.
Oh, that's a good one. I've seen some burnt baguettes in the day. They definitely look like lumps of coal. Speaking of Ducks of Doom, nobody's deactivated a flute yet. Now, one thing that Miss Metroid is going to have to be careful, these Pendigators, they can really hurt. Now, thankfully, she's got butter to slice through them, but at 2 hearts a piece, the damage, she only can get hit by 3 of them before she's back to start. She's about to pick up the water or the ice boots there. They'll allow her not to have to slip on this ice anymore.
And on the ledge? Oh, it's 20. See, normally we'd be able to see what that is, but not infested mode.
That's right, and just like Keku's about to go into this cave in the south, in the haunted grove, and is not going to have any idea until he picks it up, and that's 300 rupees. Now, you mentioned it earlier. We got a lot of great tournaments coming up in 2020.
Yeah, I wish I'd put a list together of them all. Like, they're all in the database somewhere, but I don't. Yeah, maybe I can bring them up. I'd love to just call out some of the stuff that we have coming up. I do want to point out that we have the Dash Randomizer. We just finished the qualifiers for it, but January 18th is when the actual tournament's gonna be happening.
Let's see. I forget if DDD is in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror or not. But we do have Kirby coming up as well in January. This will be it's Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. That's a GBA one, I think, or is that a DS one?
I really don't know myself, but I'm excited to have it come on board. That's January 13th, right after AGDQ.
Yes. GBA. Yeah, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Let's see. I got the list up here. Metroid Prime 2 Randomizer tournament.
Oh yeah, forgot that
Join
one was coming up.
soon.
Need to finalize some stuff and try to get in contact with Diablo player versus
Yeah.
player.
That's I don't know if we've actually committed to one yet, have we? But we're definitely looking into this. There's a Diablo 1 PvP league that's going to be starting up. So that's a cool thing that you guys should check out if not already. I think I can get the link into the chat here.
I do want to also point out we're going to have the 3rd annual SMB3R tournament coming up.
That's right, Mario 3 Randomizer. I can't believe we're up to the 3rd one on that one. Metroid Fusion 100% tournament is back. I think this is like the 4th one we've done over the years for Fusion. I think we alternate between 100% and 80%, but this is the 4th Fusion tournament, I think. At least.
Yeah, the GBAs we do basically a set order between the 80%, 100% between Zero Mission and Metroid Fusion.
That's right. Yeah, we alternate between those two games with those two categories.
Yep. So I think Fusion 80% will happen after 100%.
Right.
You know, I never realized that there was hearts underneath the pots underneath the chest there. Another tournament we got coming up is a new game that was just released this year. Honk.
Does it have a title?
Well, it's Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, so it doesn't, except that it actually does. But yes, Untitled Goose Game 80% glitchless tournament starting in January.
Also, Hammer and Booch were in the Myers shed getting back to the race here, but a lot of great things coming up. And I think we still got some more things that we haven't even brought up yet.
Yeah, we got Mario All-Stars, Super Mario All-Stars. We got an all 4 80% tournament. So all 4 of those games on the SNES remake. And then we've got a Mega Man 9 tournament happening in February. Oh. And then something I'm personally really excited about, just as soon as the Mario 3 randomizer tournament starts to die down, we've got the Mario 3 vanilla version of the game, the non-randomized version of the game. 3, we have a points-based tournament, which is a new concept. We've never done a tournament like this, but the idea is it's not just about beating the other player in a speedrun. There are a bunch of objectives that you have to achieve along the way, and you get points for those. And so you are trying to not just beat the game fast, but also accomplish a bunch of goals in order to score points and outscore your opponent. So that is one we're doing in collaboration with Mitch. And that's his brainchild, and we're going to try to make that happen. But signups for that, I think they're already open. I don't know what the command is. Look at that command in chat in a second. But that actually starts in April.
Yeah, shoutouts to Mitch. He's been working a hard lot to make this a reality, and hopefully the races are as good as it really turns that all the work that he's been putting forth to it. Hopefully it comes to be a great product on screen as well, as we get a Cuckoo Storm for Keku. Somebody asking in chat what is pretty much set Keku with so many items versus Miss Metroid, and the thing is that Miss Metroid needs to make it over here, and I think she's going to be on the path finally that allows her to get the items that she needs, but she needs not to die. Help her out.
Yeah, she was getting real brick walled like in the early game, just due to crowd control effects and due to not getting that winter coat. She just kept taking a bunch of damage just from the cold damage. Oh my gosh, whatever those weird winged burritos are.
Oh,
I can't see clearly.
that was a great timed crowd cuckoo attack, by the way. Made Keku have to keep going back to grab Kiki, because anytime you get hit with Kiki, you have to retrieve it and lose another 10 rupees every time.
Boy.
There's the glove for Miss Metroid. That should put her back on the right path, because the glove leads to the hook shot that is in the back 3 of Escape, that leads to the Dark World access that is back on the mountain.
Yep, and at this point, the only thing that glove actually opens is the back of Escape for her.
Mm-hmm. And that's why she's starting over here at the sanctuary. Ooh, we got the crowd going with a cuckoo attack.
So, chat, talking about upcoming tournaments, who would be crazy enough if we decide to put together Deadly Towers tournament?
You're alone on that one.
Yeah, we
I'm
all
sure-
just slowly back away.
Clifford will join.
Clifford, say no.
You're on your own there, bud.
Once we get on the mic together, we always end up talking about that. Don't know why that's happening.
Oh well, we're not the ones that ran Deadly Towers at the GDQ once.
Hey,
You guys were supposed to be running it at SG Live.
We got
What
busy.
happened to that?
that never happened.
We got busy.
I backed out of that one.
Wimp.
I'll take that. Yep.
Just getting pounded trying to push that stone. Oh,
There we go.
Man, that is a rough cuckoo attack. I like that.
That's a tough
First
spot.
try.
She could have gotten JP 1.0 too. She's down to 1 heart. Just gotta fight these rats for the hearts. There you go.
Here she's about to pick up the hook shot, which will lead her back up to the mountain.
What did y'all think of SG Live? Everyone who watched it or attended it. It's our first time doing anything like that. It was pretty much the most different thing we've done, since Speed Gaming started. I mean, it was the biggest, just kind of foray out there into the unknown. So, hope it was enjoyable for people to watch.
It was also nice that it's like even there was like some kind of minor shout outs to basically the original SGL stuff with how Mario Maker wrote.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was a bit of like a callback to the original Speed Gaming League that we did years ago.
Gotta give a big shout out to the RGL crew that came along and helped us with that marathon.
Yeah, we were really lucky to get RGL there. They put together a real solid block for us, and just I don't know. It was just great having a bunch of people with such a strong portfolio of retro games they could play. It was really good.
I've already heard some talk that somebody wants to submit King Knight campaign for our next SG Live for
Yeah, is that out yet?
Yep, that has been out for a couple weeks now.
Okay, cool, nice. That we'll see a tournament of that pretty soon. We've done tournaments of all the other Shovel Knight DLC's characters.
Oh yeah, there's still some more testing. There's the thing that's nice about King Knight so far. There seems to be like a good 3 or 4 viable routes, each with strong pros and strong cons on each.
Yeah, I guess we got to give them time to figure the route out before we start doing a tournament of it.
But we
they'll
do
get that
have
done.
we do have a showcase planned though.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we do have one coming up. Speaking of, if you want to do showcases, just let us know. We'd love to. It's how we sort of test the waters and see what people are interested in. Generally, I suggest when someone has a game that they're passionate about and they want to grow the community, just come to us and start out with setting up a showcase race or two. Just get a couple of runners that you know are going to do a good job, a couple of commentators, and just do some races like that. Then maybe try to make it into a weekly race. See if you can get other people from the community to join in on these races at a regular time. Kind of gradually start to build up your player base and work up your way up to a tournament. But
Yep, you might even get one of the staff members to learn the game too.
that's true. We do sometimes play video games here.
We play games?
I think the games play us.
That's for certain. Keku took a death, and this is one of those reasons why it's great that we added the face cams to these crowd control races. You could see him just kind of give himself the, oh, that was dumb look once that happened. But you want to make these runners give more looks like that? Let's give them some effects.
We do have a Minish Cap. Had the wrong command there. Oh, I didn't put the link in. Who makes these commands? Darn it.
Who programmed the bot?
Right. Okay. But this is the thing. We are actually doing a Minish Cap weekly race. That is a Minish Cap randomizer weekly race.
So
Nice
we need,
job.
so we need to get that going on some more. Because I think we only got to showcase it once so far.
No, they did a week. They set a time for the weekly. I just didn't program it into the schedule. But yeah, they have a weekly time. I think it's Saturday afternoons.
Oh, okay. So,
They just
that's
did
our
one.
fault.
Yeah, no, that's on us. They just 3 p.m. on Saturdays. They set a time. I just didn't update this. Oops. But yeah, we 3 p.m. on Saturdays we're doing Minish Cap randomizer weekly. 3 p.m. Eastern. Actually.
Has anybody tried that on any of the GBA flashcards yet?
I don't know.
I believe it works on EverDrive Advance. Although I'm not 100%.
Okay, so looks like as soon as Tess steps out for a little bit, we'll have like 2 cuckoos, and then the attack will be over.
So do these things wait for you as soon as you come out, then they start, or does the does the timer's not ticking on it yet?
The timer's paused. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of Miss Metroid screen, that little green thing is the timer, and it's almost at the end of its minute. So it's waiting for her to come out of a cave, because the cuckoos can't go inside dungeons or like caves or houses.
Does it wait while you're in the pause menu too? While you're in the pause screen?
Yeah, you can't pause like that in order
Wow.
to just get through it.
Right. What horrifying thing is happening here on Helmasaur's screen? What is that? Is he Bane?
It's in the holiday spirit.
Don't remember this Christmas story.
Is Die Hard a Christmas story?
Of course.
It's the best Christmas story.
It was, they were playing it on TV today, so I assume it's got to be a Christmas movie.
I definitely watched it today. Yep.
And some Walmarts they have it in the Christmas movie little display.
We just found Bombos, by the way, which was required medallion for both Meyer as well as Turtle Rock.
Oh.
So let's turn to the other 3 staff members here on the call. Starting off with Clifford, what was your favorite SG moment of 2019?
I'm gonna have to go with like a week ago, and the Hollow Knight finals.
Didn't that just come down to frames?
3 frames, the difference between first and second in that tournament.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about the most hype, and that was after a bracket reset. Fireborn reset the bracket, and then that was incredible.
I'm sure that'll be coming up on the best of 2019 vodcast that we'll be having on New Year's Day.
It
Yeah,
probably was already in our 2019 finals list.
If you haven't seen the clip is out there, and it's amazing.
Huh. Well, now I know how it ended. Great. But I don't know who won, so there you go.
So speaking of other staff members, we never finished talking about what the rest of us did we?
Yeah, we didn't quite get through it all. So the two, we didn't talk about Clifford or JC here. So Clifford does a lot of things around here, but is one of our tournament managers, and also does a lot of other stuff, and is responsible for a lot of behind the scenes stuff for SG Live. Got there even before I did. Was the first person and the last person on SG Live.
He's the person that went all the way to Fairfax to help out on the first day of the event.
I think next year's logo will be Clifford's face.
So please don't.
The face of SG Live.
Yeah.
I thought that was you, JC. I mean, the amount of work that you did, that you almost collapsed in the middle of all of that just because of how little sleep you were getting.
It was fine.
he did an amazing job with the layouts. Made a whole new layout system just so we could do his layouts there. That's why the layouts look a lot different than our usual thing that we do. Yep, JC wrote all that stuff. Does a lot of our making like the layout config files and stuff that we do for our online tournaments. Does some planning and intake stuff, intaking new events, and some tournament management stuff. And does like JC does probably the most like wide range of things, I would say, around here.
Yep, I can see that. Hopefully we can get some more people that can do everything as well, eventually.
And even without discussing even above what we've been discussing, you've been spearheading what would become the new speed gaming site coming soon.
It's true. We are working on our website. It's we're going to upgrade it from 1996 to hopefully sometime within this last decade. We're going to get it.
I think
This thing
it's
up to date.
currently at 2004.
You think we got up to 2004? I don't know if we passed Y2K yet. I'm not sure we passed Y2K with our site.
Look at this, by the way, the Armos Knights on Keiku's screen.
Those are some creepy looking Christmas trees, though.
I like it. But yeah, Fiesel definitely sleeps less than JC.
We found our other bow. It's in Skull Woods.
Oh, nice.
That'll come in handy.
Sleep is bad for Fiesel. Mind you're crazy.
Shoutouts to our volunteers, by the way. Mind to Be is one of them, and Link Force, we mentioned him as well.
That's right. Mind of Me, one of the most prolific of the setup helpers, as far as number of matches set up. We should see. I hate to start shouting out some people because then I know I'm going to forget and not shout out other people that really deserve it. But I really do want to point out there's the people who do so much work just to get the day-to-day races going. Mind of Me being one of them. We have Matt Ewalker does a whole bunch of things. We've got Mr. Broadstone. We've got Corito. We've got Cyclone. We've got Math Girl. See Vince Easter in there as well. Does the setups. I'm so missing. I'm gonna miss so many people here. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, that's a nice place for the fire rod. Right over there on the desert ledge. Fear Agent being another one.
Fear
Oasis.
Agent, thank you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Oasis.
Trenton.
Trenton. Yes, been doing a bunch of things. This is scrolling up.
So we have Crames and Avix does stuff as well.
That's right. Tear does a bunch of things. Tale does a bunch of things too.
Right, Rec does a lot of things for us.
Especially on the front side.
For those that are unaware, we do also have similar channels for 4 other languages as well. We've got Espanol, we've got Portuguese, Deutsch, and
French.
What I missed? I missed. Oh. I need a list in front of me so I can see what I've actually said so far.
Yeah, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese.
By the way, for those of you who are interested in the crowd control aspect right now, and you want to make this like a little closer of a race, you can slow Keku down because he's been flying really, really fast here, and msmetroid still has to play catch up. Because you know how much we love close races here in speed gaming.
Uh-oh, there's a plan for Keiko being hatched right now.
Right.
Well,
he's gonna steal his reindeer.
Oh boy. Just remember though, we don't have Ganon's tower, which is usually the big equalizer in these crowd control races. But getting back to our volunteers, a special thank you to all of them who help us day in and day out. Ooh, we have an inverted D-pad for Keku.
Those are fun.
So for 1 minute, Keku's buttons, his D-pad at least. What is up is down, and what is right is left.
I hope this timer does pause during this little wall-moving cutscene.
Oh, it might not though, right? Because this is technically gameplay.
I don't see the bar moving up though.
Nice. Inverted D-pad landmail. That'll be fun.
Right. It's a hard boss. I don't care if it's only the second boss. This is the hardest boss.
Legit one of the hardest bosses in NMG.
Oh gosh.
Right. Yeah.
At least to do quickly.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, I could think like the amount of time I've practiced this is more than any of the other bosses. Because this is one that's just so hard to get right.
It comes down to precision of how you fling the arrows at him in an NMG.
And with quite a bit of RNG as far as placement and direction.
Lammo 2 killed the world record run earlier this week.
Yeah.
Lammo's the worst boss in the whole game.
Yeah, Zelna 3 cycled it and lost a what would have been a world record. Keiko's about to turn in the screen pendant. Same principles in festive mode, give it to Sahasrahla.
And get coal.
That should be one of the items in festive mode. You think you're doing well? Well, here you go. Have some coal.
There was coal last year.
I thought I saw a lump of coal in this at some point. I don't know.
That was the breadsmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the things that they were piecing together as msmetroid gets ready to do the digging game. Keku's about to go towards Ice Palace. Now, unfortunately, given the change here in festive mode, you can't mess with the runner when they get ready to do the Ice Palace bump jump because Ice Palace bump jump is nothing in this mode.
Oh no.
Why is that?
You'll see.
Spoilers.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The last Metroid is in captivity.
Oh, we didn't finish saying what our favorite moments in 2019 were. We had Clifford mentioned the Hollow Knight finals. What about the rest of you guys?
What about our MMX finals at SG Live?
Yeah, if you haven't watched that, it's.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's been a while. We could definitely spoiler it, but it was a bit of an upset, and it was kind of a double upset. It was a really unexpected outcome.
The way that tournament ended.
Yeah, that was a surprise. But yeah, it was good. It was a really good match, and then just some craziness at the end. Wow.
I think I'd keep it with SG Live, but go to the Link to the Past randomizer finals.
Yeah, I'd say that was one of the more fulfilling ones for me. Just seeing that room packed, like we packed that room, standing room only, and everyone was so proud of how much we'd gotten done and just exhausted because we'd been going nonstop for days. And wow, that was a real amazing moment.
So Miss Metroid, as you can see, only got 20 rupees for the breadsmith as opposed to the second bow. That's where the silvers are supposed to be, but unfortunately, with this being crowd control, the only way that our runners get silvers is if you gift it to them. You have the power. I mean, you've heard from us three, Fiesel. What was your favorite moment of 2019?
Oof. I think my favorite thing for me, we'll call it an extended moment, was doing the SNES Superstars Marathon. That really took me back. Like I felt a lot of nostalgia doing it. Not maybe the same kind of nostalgia as people felt watching it. I was kind of nostalgic about the early days of speed gaming because that was the first major event that we did on speed gaming. At that time, like we weren't even doing very many tournaments. I think we were just I broadcast a couple of some matches from Zelda 2 tournament and like a few odds and ends, but SNES Superstars was just this crazy ambitious idea that I'd worked with the Best of NES people for a while, helping them with that matter. I'm like, all right, well, obviously Super Nintendo has got just as many players, we should do that. And so we kind of put that on, not knowing what we were getting into. Crowd killed Keku. Well, there you go. We gotta even the score a little bit. Look at that face.
Yes.
He likes the attention. Don't even worry about it. He likes the attention.
He's like, you're killing me, Smalls.
Make him suffer. And at least the gold B at this point. We're getting some good comments from chat as well about the whole best of 2019, what they liked out of this year so far on speed gaming, and we still got another week to go. I'd have to give it close second place as far as the SG Live stuff was concerned to the SMB3R tournament, which that was a long Sunday we had, and that was the beginning of it as far as the side stuff was concerned. And let's just say that took a long time to complete for reasons.
Yeah, we had to make some adjustments on the other streams at the same time because we needed some of those players that were trapped inside the long SMB3R stuff.
Yeah,
You
it
say
wasn't
trapped like it was a bad thing.
Right. Trapped being awesome at video games. But speaking of SG Live, I just want to point out again that we are doing Speed Gaming Live again coming fall.
Woohoo!
And, yeah, we are. And the what tournaments we do this time around are going to be up to you. We changed the thing.
Oh, how? No.
I know, right? There we go. Go ahead there and just take a look. That's what's currently on the board for what's gotten the most crowdfunding so far. But we have another more than half a year to go before we finalize any of that stuff. So yeah, this is where you want to really like what I'd love to see with SG Live is people kind of getting together. Oh, here's what the bomb jump room looks like. Wow,
Yep.
We nerfed this thing.
Yep. No bomb jump this time around. We'll have to find other ways to set up our runners with OCO modes.
Right. Yeah, there's no other ways to troll people in this. So yeah, that's a real bummer. But yeah, anyway, so Speed Gaming Live, leaving it up to you guys which tournaments you want to do. Talk to the people in your community, see if maybe there's anyone who wants to chip in a little bit of funding to it. But if you want to come to us for ideas, we can put on little fundraising marathon for you guys. We can do crowd control races just like this between members of your community, and we can use the proceeds from that to fund the tournaments. There's lots of ways that we can put something together in 2020 for SG Live 2020 for your speed game. So just talk to us if you want to talk about options. But, we're going to really try to push this idea over the coming 6 or 7 months.
Now, I'm just going to step away from this for just a moment. Because Keku currently is maybe about a minute or so away from heading to Cold Stare. And wouldn't Cold Stare be an interesting fight if we gave him inverted buttons as well as an inverted D-pad? Make it interesting for his trip against Cold Stare? Or maybe start killing him off just a little bit in order to make him have to do this dungeon all over again. I know he's got a fairy, so it's going to have to take a few efforts.
Yeah, I think OCO Cold Stare is a pretty fair fight, I'd say.
Let's see. I don't see a remove magic option.
That would be evil. But I also do know that Keiko at some point in time will be going over towards Misery with the Bombos medallion. So we may want to consider deactivating his flute, make him have to go back to Kakariko Village.
Do it a couple times, just for kicks.
Invert.
There it is.
Yeah,
Thank you, crowd.
good timing.
Because this is going to be a beast of a fight as long as he's trying to deal with Cold Stare.
Now he needs all the magic, right?
He's got the... He's
he
got
has a
the
potion.
Bombos, so he's fine.
Oh, he's got the bombos, so you can just do that. That's
Oh, took him down to our Master Sword for this.
Ugh.
Almost made him accidentally saving Quid.
Is he just gonna wait it out? Look at that cheese lord. Where's he
Oh, look at this. This is rude. He's just biding his time.
going? All right. Well, at least he gets that.
Hey, there's the cane of Samaria inside a swamp.
Nita.
Oh, he didn't like that. There goes the fairy. And,
Is that
Cold,
one?
and Cold Stare's running away. And he takes another death, and there's Hokomon! Perfect timing!
Just as he get hit.
Look at him, look at the camera.
It's a curse, yo. Ooh. I like
There's the
this.
deactivated flute. Look at him shake his head. So going back to SG Live 2020, when do you anticipate knowing when the dates are going to be?
The main thing, there's a couple things around that time that we have to schedule around. One of them being TwitchCon.
Good point, yeah.
That's the biggest thing that was really that was our main limitation this year. People were wondering, why'd you pick the dates that we did, is we really had to stick it in between TwitchCon and then the we had SNES Superstars later, and then people obviously having to get ready for the holidays and then take off for AGDQ and stuff. So we got to see what the date for TwitchCon is, because we can't overlap with that. They jumped a whole month between the last two TwitchCons, so I have no idea where this next one's going to be.
Yep, that's a good point.
Yeah, but that, and we probably also want to avoid the Mario Masters Coliseum, although that's a little bit easier to predict the time on. But yeah, TwitchCon could be any time, so we got to watch out for that.
Miss Metroid about to go deal with Argus. Take a look at this.
Those bells. This reminds me of that claymation special that was on when I was a kid, the Hero of the Bells.
It looks like a Mario power-up now.
Yeah, right? Christmas ornament, I'm gonna call that.
This kind of reminds me of Lavos without a shell in Chrono Trigger.
Well, there's the pendant for Miss Metroid. We do know that Keku's gonna have to come in here at some point in time because of the Cane of Samaria, which was on the left side. And shoutouts to the devs who made that look like a candy cane.
Alright, coming into Cold Stare again. Full magic, no effects.
Yeah. If you're gonna strike, and don't forget, if you really want to strike them and get the timing a whole lot better, then the best way to do so is to load up their stream, see exactly where they are. We can kind of predict where they're going to be afterwards.
You know what would be really fun to do against Kiku would be
Wow, he's got that.
Yeah.
so you let him fly over to Meyer and deactivate his flute and stuff. You kill him and deactivate his flute at the same time, just as he gets to the entrance.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until he reactivates his flute to do that. Shout out to Gary C earlier who subbed, and also the Daddy Gamers. 8 months on the sub.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, thank
Really
you
appreciate
all.
We appreciate all the subs and the people who really helped keep this channel running. I mean, this, Speed Gaming doesn't run without the supporters to keep it going. So, like, it's absolutely, critical. Everyone who supports the stream, like, what you do is amazing, and we need you in order for us to keep doing this. So, really appreciate that.
msmetroid about to get the most important piece of this puzzle, and that is where the boots are, as well as where the hammer is.
The
I think
boots being the most important piece to any puzzle.
Miss Metroid got Samaria, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I got that.
Why isn't it lighting up?
I just clicked it now.
There
I
it is.
clicked it earlier.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's the Grinch.
Okay, so we gotta fire the software. Got it.
That sounds. Yep. I'm on board.
So we got some boots. That's good.
And msmetroid's about to pick up the shovel here in Checkerboard Cave. And we got a Cuckoo attack coming the way for Keku. Are we going to pair that together with a Oko?
And another deactivate.
Well, first we do the Oko to kill him off once he gets over towards Meyer area. And then we do the deactivate.
Oh, he got out of there just in time. He'll still get a storm, a Cooper storm.
Yeah, that'll continue.
Yep. Even when he goes in the Dark World.
Yep. And we've got test and permanent status of Kiku attack without the actual. I wonder if that's actually going to block any effects.
Keku going to visit the Broccoli Man here to turn in another of the presents. You need to deliver all the presents in order to unlock Ganon. Keku, you can't use the flute when you're in the Dark World.
I mean, you can, it just won't summon a bird.
And then you can't mirror onto the, Can't mirror onto that either. People are taking away Keku's bombs.
Oh no. We're introducing some Monty Python to our stream too. Sacking everybody.
Does that mean I'm sacked?
Unfortunately.
Okay, bye.
No, wait, come back. Oh, that type of sack.
That's the good kind of sack. Keku's here inside the Skull Woods, going to be able to complete this dungeon. We know that one of the items in here was going to be the bow, but Keku's not going to be able to get that because of how the bow principles work in crowd control races.
Oh, did Tess go down and grab that fire rod?
I don't believe
I
she
don't think I
has.
saw that. No. Alright, Keku fortunately with a fairy there.
It just means he's open to a kill player attack in that right now.
Right, that's good. We want to see him use those up.
Yes. I've heard from others that this room can be more annoying because of the changes.
What was the reason for the changes in that room?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. They just
yeah,
wanted to make a few map changes for the heck of it, huh?
Possibly. But
Change
yeah.
things up for the holiday.
Yeah, there you go.
Play the same old rando all the time. Make it a little different.
Yeah, of course. Are these supposed to be garlands that you're fighting here? Is it like the Lamo? They look a little different to me. I just don't know if that.
They look more like green fuzzies from Mario. But yeah, I guess garland would probably be what they're trying to emulate.
Yeah, I guess it's like garland or maybe like an unraveled. God, I think that's what's supposed to be happening.
Garland Mola. I like it.
I approve. By the way, while we're talking about this crowd control race, let's shout out the next crowd control race we got coming up here on Speed Gaming.
Oh, I can do that. I'm good at that.
Yes.
This Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have Spike Vegeta versus Fant doing Ocarina of Time Randomizer crowd control.
Never heard of him.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss this. I got my own family stuff going on.
Keku takes his death to
Baku's in
Makula,
that.
but has a fairy.
Or giant cuckoos in Ocarina of Time. This is awesome stuff. Don't miss this.
It's gonna be a great time. I'm really looking forward to it.
Maybe I'll make my family watch it anyways.
So that's 6 o'clock Eastern, Saturday, 3 o'clock Pacific.
5 Central.
You know, it was fun having Spike Vegeta at SG Live.
He had a cake doing the Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
Keku finding out that the pedestal is not required this seed. But we do know that Keku is going to have to go into another pendant dungeon at some point in time.
Yeah, he can just go to Thieves Town instead.
So what kind of things can you do in Ocarina of Time crowd control? And why should we do it to Fant and Spike Vegeta?
Well, for one, they deserve it, so there's that.
I don't even know what all you
I don't
can
know
do
the effect.
in
Yeah,
Ocarina of Time.
I could go in the control panel and check.
I know you can shrink Link down to 0 size or make Link huge. Same with a bunch of enemies and things.
Yeah. I'll hop on there really fast.
Yeah, there's definitely Cuckoo Storm for sure.
Because we do got to figure out some prizes then, since we haven't set that yet.
Yeah, actually, yeah. We've never. Didn't we do? I really thought we did. No, I guess we haven't done that yet. Speed gaming.
Wasn't
What
that a
is it?
thing where we're waiting for it to become finished?
Right, there was some. Yeah, one of the effects. they
There's
were having
still a
some problems
thing with one of the effects that has just gotten resolved, where you could get your quiver deleted, or your bomb bag, or your
with.
glove upgrade just deleted out of nowhere.
Oh, that'd be rough.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's possible to have a game that's like too breakable to be doing crowd control with.
but they fixed that now.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Ooh, you can do you can do random ice trap effects.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Interesting.
Right, if you want to just freeze somebody in place, and there you go.
So what can we do in this race here to help even out this race? Allow Miss Metroid to catch up.
You could fly to Hawaii and turn off.
Take his console.
Well, we know Grand Pooh Bear did it at one point in time because Keku was part of his speedrun sessions.
It's true.
Do want to remind people we don't have Ganon's Tower to help even out the score this time around because of the fact that we're playing festive mode and there's no GT in festive mode.
There is
Oh,
no
yeah.
Ganon's Tower, only Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
Not even Zool.
What does Zool have to do with this?
I mean, it's like there is no Ganon's Tower. There's no Zool even. It's just Ganon.
We could always try to create Turtle Rock soft locks. Miss Metroid trying to set up the hammer jump. Gets it nicely done.
Yeah, right now she really needs to find that Bombos.
Well, she also needs to find the fire rod. Unfortunately, she walked away from that as the desert ledge.
Ooh, that's very rough. And she's probably not gonna head back there anytime soon. At least not specifically to check out the ledge at this point.
Yes, we have found the Duck of Doom. It was at the Hobo. Look at Miss Metroid swaying around to the music.
I'd do the same thing. Looks like Kiku is hopping into swamp.
Yeah, this will give him the cane of Submaria. And that's actually going to be go mode for Keku once he finds it.
I think in this situation it would be ho 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 mode. Because you'd still have to go deliver the presents, right?
You know, Feasel, you were mentioning earlier about some things that people do here speed gaming, and we did mention Clifford about his tournament manager, but he's the one who kind of manages these crowd control races too for us.
It's true, he does arrange the crowd control races.
And we should mention Sakura Sabasa as well.
Absolutely.
That's right. Yep, our volunteer coordinator, which is a very important job because we have a lot of volunteers, which is wonderful.
And has made a bunch of wonderful resources to help them learn our tooling. Yep, another big thing that both Clifford and Taki do is they organize our weekly Magic the Gathering arena match.
Ah, yes. With Team Instant Speed.
Thursday Night Magic coming up tomorrow night, right?
No, we're off for the rest of the year.
So next edition of it's coming up after AGDQ.
After AGDQ.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, but if you do play Magic the Gathering Arena, come play with us.
Yeah, lots of fun. We have a Discord you can join.
Probably do, was it MTGA in the chat? I think. There you go. Yeah, that Discord server is what you want to join up.
Absolutely, and don't look now, but Keku, even though his flute has been deactivated, is in go mode with that Canis Samaria.
There we go.
We'll see if the tracker eats this input. Nope, no, it worked. Hooray.
Hooray, hooray. Let's see. At what point does the game actually give you? Does the game actually activate the flute? Is it before or after the song?
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
We need somebody who takes a look at the lines of the code really, really deeply.
It'll just be a simpler RAM watch at some point.
Look at the grin on Keku's face. We need to change that.
Yeah, he needs a bigger grin, more presence of the. We need to be the angry parent that is mad at uncle for giving child a drum.
Yeah, snow.
Yeah, harsh weather conditions over here in Hyrule. Heading into Misery Mire.
Yeah, hopefully Tess thinks about mirroring and that she realizes that she didn't check out what Desert Ledge was.
Absolutely. She does have Bombo, so maybe that would get her into the Misery Mire area. Truth be told, that's the only thing that she's lacking now is that Fire Rod. Now, this would be a really rough dungeon to set somebody up with one-hit knockout mode. That Keku's in, that is.
Very, especially if we take away all the arrows, can be quite scary in Oko. Oh, something else that we can do. So every time we see some fairy pop out of a bottle, we can replace it with a bee.
We can do that. Now, the other thing we can do is, because he's going to be facing off against Vitreous real soon, is start considering debuffering his sword.
Tremos. Fairies are great for soft locks. That indeed.
msmetroid heading over in the direction of 6. And I'm hoping that this is where she will remember that she had not picked up the item off the desert ledge.
We will find out in 5 seconds.
Or she'll just pop into Misery Mire as it is. Good point. Vitreous is much tougher without arrows. We should change that.
Especially since we are in pretty low health situation, so have to try to do the boost or the the iframe strat on Vitreous with even with our current setup.
Miss Metroid only with 2 bombs could probably use some. Or 2 arrows, rather.
Oh, okay.
And a good point, you know, Silvers makes video a whole lot easier. She's gonna have to be careful. Oh, yep.
Something else that helps on videos, those bombs as well. So we can be nice and let them go through so we can get to video, but
Well, the thing is, if you're gonna do an attack, you better do it now. There goes all of his arrows. Miss Metroid unfortunately suffering a death here. And seems to be having a little bit of an issue right now.
Probably want that. There you go.
Yeah, I think she really remembered that. That would probably help her out. 2 fairies in a bottle, Keku. Can't bottle a 3rd one.
So does the B thing replace whatever is in the bottle, or does it just take an empty bottle and add a B?
it needs an empty bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Debuff sword, here we go. Alright, so this should be fun for Keku. Let's
Yeah,
see
we got
how it
no
goes.
arrows. Look, they got little hats all over the eyes. Ah.
And as much as Keku wants to try to do this NMG style, is not going to be able to do so because the debuff sword still has another 30 seconds left on it.
He was also very interesting that the crowd wasn't gonna put him in Oko.
Right, that would be really tough here because that lightning can go in that can go way over there to the edge, right?
And that also means he can't play in the goop.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the other main strat you see from runners is to send in the goop there, but here he goes against the A-ball. And the debuffing of the sword has come to an end, so now he's running with tempered sword level. He's making this look way too easy.
Right, yeah, that's just a really clean fight considering the technique he's using.
Yeah.
And he gets the butter sword. Oh my god!
Wow. Look at him, he's happy.
Look at that. That's kind of like a ha crowd ha.
Ah. Easy. Look at that. He's gonna fall asleep. It's so boring.
Are you
Come
gonna let
on.
him taunt you like that,
I
crowd?
know.
I mean, when we did Fred versus Krim back in that crowd control race, Fred taunted the crowd and you didn't let him get away with it. Why would you let Keku get away with this?
Because he has the power to make sure VODs get highlighted or not.
Yeah, that's true. If he doesn't like how this goes, there'll be no trace of it after it's over. Alright. Ms. Metroid having to do the slower method here to do this with the lamp. Is it
Yeah.
the ones in the other room first, or is it gonna?
Yeah,
Oh,
should have
this is
enough
good.
time. Should have enough time to do it from right.
Yeah, she's able to push the blocks in the right direction here.
Oh, maybe not now.
Oh!
Whoa, shoot. Ooh.
You know, there really should be a way to get rid of somebody's magic, but unfortunately, there's also jars at the beginning of this Turtle Rock, so we won't be able to do that. So we got to find out some interesting ways to make life interesting for Keku as he gets ready to go into his final crystal dungeon or final present dungeon.
You know what I haven't seen yet? What happens if you die while on one of the moving platforms? I have not seen that one yet.
Aren't there problems with ice physics in the moving platform still? Or did that get changed? I think that ice physics makes you fall off that thing, right? I don't know. Try it out. See what happens.
Looks like Keku's stepping away for just a moment here. Oh no, he's just turning on a light.
Oh, I see.
If you want to help Miss Metroid, you can give her a bottle with a fairy in it. Or put a message in the bottle that says, "Remember Desert Ledge."
Man, I just played super safe here and moved the other blocks too. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just overly cautious, but this just seems like with those Wizrobes appearing. Sent a fairy to the wrong person. Whoa! Nope. Nope, didn't work. There we go.
Miss Metroid is just gonna have to be careful to get around these Wizrobes when the cutscene comes to an end.
Oh, easy.
Keiko needs some good solid inverted controls, Hoko modes, various things that we can do to help him out. Obviously, the part of this also relies on the fact that Miss Metroid, what she is missing is something that I don't know when she's going to be able to get back to it.
Yeah, so like, it's something that she kind of orphaned and probably doesn't remember right now.
But yeah, that's got to be pretty worrisome for her, being this many dungeons in and not having Fire Rod.
Ouch! Well, there goes one of those fairies that Keiko has in his arsenal. Game, we talked about getting a fairy in a bottle, not a bee in a bottle. And I think Keku wanted to put that into a bottle and was a little off on his timing.
The last Metroid is in captivity.
Where does Keku have to deliver this last present to? I should have kept note of this because it tells us how far of a walk he's going to have to go once he's done with this dungeon.
He has to get past this dungeon first.
Well, he's got to get... Ouch! In the gut!
Does he have any more? He's got it, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's got 2 more after this.
Oh my god.
Hey, look, Miss Metroid gets a fairy in a bottle. This room is not treating Keku kind. Forget swings it through. Uses the powder to get the anti-fairy, which will get him full life. Now I really wish this game had, or this crowd control had the ability to remove somebody's magic, because he's about to need the magic.
Yeah. Of course, the big thing as far as designing crowd control, they wanted to at least make it still possible to, and I say that in quotes, possible to win even while it's deactivated. Which is why Super Metroid, like somebody mentioned, like deactivating items like Super Metroid. It's like Super Metroid, you can get away with almost nothing to be able to beat the game. Or as if we disabled in Link to the Past, we can't do anything for a while.
So Miss Metroid going up against these fancy eyeballs with hats.
She's got a fairy though.
Yes, she does.
Almost out of arrows, basically.
Yeah. Hey, we got a debuff magic.
He's got a. He's fine on magic.
Yeah, the worst thing about Trinex is having to wait him out when you're waiting for one of the heads to explode. Miss Metroid now getting it down to the remaining eyeball. Let's get her through this fight. Ooh, please tell her to remember the desert ledge. As Keku finishes off his final boss, he's got to deliver presents. Then he's got Ganon coming up.
Yeah, Oko on Ganon, that's the thing that can slow him down. Obviously, debuffing the sword can add a lot of time to the Ganon fight. Sometimes we've seen ice physics during that last phase where the pits appear on the edge. Sometimes ice physics will do it.
No, she's delivering the present.
No, she's not going for it. Uh-oh. Maybe she just doesn't remember. Yeah.
And this mirror here is to bring her over to Agina, where she's got to deliver one of the presents. As Keku, I think his last remaining present is going to be to the hamburger helper that's on the southeast corner. So, as far as Keku is concerned, anything you're going to do to him, you've got a very limited window to do it in. As Miss Metroid crosses off another name off the list, and now the question is where is she going after this? As Keku's going to have to take the long way once he's done with this because of a flute deactivation. Going to Miss Sahasrala over here to cross another name off the list. And Keku, here we go, hamburger helper sprite.
Yep. Fire Rod was on Desert Ledge.
Yep. And I think we're going to be checking Actually, no, we're not going to be checking. I thought she was going to be checking Pyramid Bomb. Looks like that's actually where she's heading to now. Keiki gets the final present over. So Keku now just has to go back to the pyramid to face off against Ganon. So what can we do? What can we do to slow Keku down?
It'll take a few sword debuffs to help out much there. Could time a... well, a little bit too late to time a kill for just as he falls into the pyramid. And we do have a really long fanfare at the end of the Ganon fight to kill him at. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to delete game files.
So he's never checked. He hasn't checked this yet. Huh? Oh. Or no, she hasn't checked this yet. I mean.
Nope. We're gonna feel really dumb with the snow if Nintendo announces that Hyrule's in the Southern Hemisphere. A B, a good B, not what we wanted to see. Is Keku loses one of his fairies.
How many does he have left now?
He's got one more.
All right. Well, that's some progress.
Alright, already into phase 3.
Miss Metroid heading to Catfish. We have somebody taking away the arrows.
Yeah.
Miss Metroid is going to be trading in the mushroom.
Alright, how many... is that the first swing so far in phase 3? Needs a few more.
Is that the third one? Fourth?
My triple cycle.
Miscounted here.
There's a kill player to remove another of Keku's fairies in his arsenal. He has one more remaining. Or he has no more remaining, rather.
Yeah, that's what I think he's done, but there can't be much Ganon left. It's only 6 shots, right? With the
12.
Oh, it's 12. Oh, okay, okay.
And there's the 12th right there.
There we go.
What Master Mars was trying to do was get Kiko to die right here instead of in the middle of the fight.
Oh, yeah, see, he doesn't know. Okay, there we go.
There he is.
GG, sir. GG.
And to all, a good night.
Well, according to our little group channel, he hasn't done, so he's not.
Oh, yeah, we're going to consider him still going. I don't know.
This isn't legal, I guess.
Yeah, according to the very strict rules that we laid out.
Very strict.
Yeah, there currently is no way to send hints through crowd control,
Not really.
but I think that's the thing that, I mean, you're welcome to send help to Ms. Metroid right now, but I think the thing that she really needs is just a little bit of a prodding to go back over to Desert Range.
And there's the done. So we're now legal.
For now.
Nothing is so stupid. I mean, these were the snowshoes, so that was actually a pretty useful item there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, GG.
That was a fun seed. Thanks, Clifford, for generating that.
You're welcome.
So,
I thought it was interesting and fun on paper, without knowing anything about the festive mode.
oh really? I've been playing it ever since it came out. Well, actually, the day after it came out, but it's really fun. I like the additional yes. Oh, I like the part where you have to deliver gifts to the thing.
Yeah.
What? What? I'll come after. Okay. Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas. Okay, whatever.
Keiko's kid is not going to wish us a Merry Christmas, apparently.
He's my son is too busy playing with his toy.
Daddy?
Yes, yes.
I have that.
Have what? What?
My son dessert.
After. When I'm done, okay? Don't slam it. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, that I was really hoping for more trolling stuff to happen to me. Like, I mean, when Master Mars killed me at Ganon, I was like, okay, somebody's gonna kill me one more time. I know it, but it didn't happen.
There
So
was much trolling. I mean, there was some trolling of you.
yeah, there was a lot, and I was like, I mean, I think there should have been. I was hoping, I was expecting more because like, I'm like I play Link to the Past a little more than msmetroid, and like I was like, okay, let's see how bad people will will want me to lose.
Yeah,
I
we've
think
heard-
it was.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it's more of a case of if Miss Metroid remembered the graveyard, or not the graveyard ledge, the desert ledge, which has the fire rod, which is what she's lacking at this point. It would have maybe incentivized people to make this a closer race on paper.
Mm. Wow, there's 4 of you guys commentating, by the way. I just realized.
Just
More-
3. We have
I'm here, kinda. Not.
Oh, okay.
I'm more tracking, but also
Oh,
sort
I
of talking things sometimes.
he's trying not to spoil the seed for us.
Oh,
Yeah, he did his
You've
best.
seen it all now.
I've seen.
You know where the things are.
Where's the cape?
Oh,
I don't know where the cape is. I don't know where
We don't know where it is either.
You know, where's
where
Brian?
the shield. I don't know where the shield or the silver arrows.
Well, we knew the two bows. One of them was the one that you got, which was at the breadsmiths. The other one was in Skull Woods in that big chest, the big key chest.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, Evan, because you already had, because the way it works in crowd control is that the crowd has to give you the silvers.
Oh, I did not know that. I was just like, okay, if I find it, I find it. But I didn't know it was like that. Okay, cool.
So we asked this question of the other people here in this commentary. Feasel answered it, JC answered it, and so did Clifford. What was your favorite moment here on SG in 2019?
My favorite moment? There's quite a few. Like my favorite, I can say my favorite race to watch was the Super Mario Maker 2 tournament at SG Live. The final was pretty cool. And then the final, the Link to the Past final for SG Live as well. That was really, really cool.
Yeah, the Mario Maker 2 thing was awesome. I think we got we got a bunch of people submitting levels for that. That's the thing I was most surprised about there was that it's just, you know, how many people we got making levels for that.
Yeah.
Great.
If you watch people play, or if you're a player yourself, you can see how creative the community is, and like it amazes me especially to like see kind of idea they put into it and all that.
Yeah, big shout out to the level designers for the SMM2 weeklies, Saturdays, 2 o'clock Eastern, speed gaming.
I wish I could join those.
Cold Stare fight. Oh, they got loose. Things start to get dangerous now.
Yeah, she's going to use her blue goo in order to help keep herself alive.
She got no fairies at this point, right?
As far as I know, I think it's gone. Just
Whoa.
one more slash.
Yeah, that ice will kill her.
Yeah, that one ice block came pixels away from killing her.
Alright, well, she did not see the fire rod there.
Good job.
We really need to send a message to msmetroid Desert Ledge.
I don't think we have enough different effects that we can try to spell it out with the first letter of each effect.
Let me see. Well, there's debuff sword. Oh shoot, there's nothing that begins with the E.
Yeah, the special items for festive mode are the coat, which stops you from taking cold damage, and the snowshoes, which stop you from having ice physics everywhere.
And of course, the gifts that you have to take and deliver around the world.
Of course, and the Duck of Doom.
The Duck of Doom, which...
Does anybody know what that duck does?
It does nothing unless you get it from the blacksmiths, in which case it hard blocks your game.
Oh, they fixed it.
Ha!
They fixed it. That happened to me, that's why. But I mean, like when I was talking to one of them, they said that there is a special thing it does. I don't know what it is though.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I want to find out. So I have it. I might do another one later, and I'm gonna try with GT. I'm assuming it might be a GT opener thing, but we'll see.
I hope there's a bathtub in GT and you can just put the rubber ducky in it.
You've got a little bit of time. You can try to show us now.
Oh, I have it. Yeah, that's right. Crap. Okay, there we go.
Oh, hey, we're Rudolph.
Okay, so let's go to GT.
We have Chad excited to kill you in GT too.
Go ahead. I have some time to play a little bit, so yeah. I gotta get to do family stuff soon.
Family stuff on Christmas? No.
What?
That's
We
unheard of.
We are we are the family.
My IRL family. You guys are my SG family, but I am IRL family. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm at GT. Alright.
Well, not for us, you're not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Yeah, don't spoil it.
look at this, guys.
Oh, where am I going now? Who knows?
I think he's.
What do I do?
I think he's going to Ether Tablet.
I don't get it. Oh, there we go. Whoa, what's going on?
Yo, this makes me think. This reminds me of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest a little bit.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm showing this off for everybody. Oh, this is very interesting.
It's cool. All right. Tess is about to get her final pendants. Yo, gingerbread man. That just kind of crumbles apart. and rebuilds.
Oh, this is the puzzle. Oh, okay. Alright. Sorry, I just you see what's happening.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Haha.
By the way, did we even, when we were plugging some of the stuff we got coming up with speed gaming, did we mention at all what's coming up in, what is it, tomorrow?
I don't know what's coming up. Oh, that. Okay. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, yes, we have the RTA in Japan marathon. That is the Japanese speedrun community. I think this is their 3rd year doing it. I want to say it's either 3rd or 4th. I think maybe 3rd. It's a live marathon that takes place in Japan, and we are doing an English restream of it. It's going to be starting just under 24 hours from now, and we'll be running 5 days, I think. 5 or 6 days. So 5 days.
Yeah, we got some great speed runs coming up during that, so I'm looking forward to it. I know there's some Super Metroid runs, there's some Zelda runs that are going to be involved in it as well. And I know that you're searching around for some commentators for it.
Yeah, I just posted the link to the English translation of their schedule in the chat there. Times are all in Eastern time. We have, well, that probably needs some update. We do have commentators than what's currently shown on there, but there are definitely a bunch of games that are just so, not very well known outside of Japan. So we're just there's some that we are still looking for commentators for. If you have any interest in commentating anything on that list, send me a DM or send us an email at ask@speedgaming.org, ASK. Just go ahead and, or send me a message directly, and we'll see if we can get you on commentary. But yeah, in particular, if you know any of those Japanese exclusive games, those are probably the hardest ones to get comms for.
Sorry about my dog today. Anyway, I don't know what's going on, so I have to go though.
Alright, have fun.
Yeah, family call. But
Absolutely. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I had fun. I hope everybody else had fun. Sorry if I finished it a lot faster. Yeah, I have to go ahead and spend time with family. I think my baby's crying now, so anyway, thanks everybody. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night, and and then more replays coming up in after this.
Yay!
That's right. Yeah.
Shout out to our VOD manager there, kekumanshoyu.
Oh, that's me. Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Checking everywhere here. Where is that fire rod?
And
That wasn't
the
it.
options for her have got to be getting severely limited at this point.
Yeah, see, I'm wondering if she actually remembers that she didn't check that, or if this is just one that she has written off as being done.
I'm hoping it's not a case of I checked the sprite and it looked like it may have been rupees or something like that, so I wrote it off, as opposed to remembering that all items are gift wrapped.
Right, because that is one of the notable changes. Well, actually, we've seen this a bunch of changes, but that is one of the changes in this festive mode. Is everything is wrapped, even the items that normally you would be able to see. So
Yep.
yeah, maybe if she looked up in that ledge and saw green splotch, she thought, all right, it's just a big 20 or something, or I mean, it's just a 50 rupee or something like that. I don't know.
She's making her way over to Turtle Rock at this point, and trying to remember if Keku ran into an first item, because the way it could work here in Turtle Rock is as long as you keep getting small keys, you can keep pressing on forward inside of this dungeon.
Yeah, we kind of want her to hit a dead end here. But yeah, she might not. I don't remember what the key distribution was.
And there's the block right there. So now the brain power comes in. Where can it be? And I can speak from experience from this position here. It's not a fun position to be in, because at this point now once you get down to the limited spots where something can be, then you're really going, what did I miss? And it is a troubling feeling, as it looks like she was preparing to get into Spike Cave.
Do you know what locations are open to her that she hasn't checked?
Well, the one that disturbs me more than anything else is the fact that Agatum could still come into play here.
It's true, she might go down a long dead end there.
She does have fairies in the bottle, which will probably get her to what is here. So there goes the first of her hearts right now.
Just junk.
20 rupees and the feeling continues.
Yeah, I don't think she knows at all that she missed that spot then.
Yep, and now it's a slow going through the menu. I'm on flute to 6. Flute to 6. That's 5. And this probably is her turning in the present. And now the menu, the figuring it out,
Oh, okay. All right.
the taking off of the headphones, the getting up off the chair.
It's getting some eggnog. That'll help you think a little bit better.
Maybe if we start playing chestnuts roasting over an open fire.
Yeah, we may in the spirit of Christmas, we may actually just help her out a little bit. If it really is the case of it just being a location that you thought she checked but did not, then
Mhm.
she'll never be back there. And I kind of feel bad just, as we just kind of like, point and watch. I think we probably want to help her a little bit. She will eventually. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Has anyone ever had chestnuts roasted over an open fire? Is that any good? Fill me in here. Give me the scoop on that.
Can't say I have. So I don't know the validity of that song.
We had some chestnuts explode once because we cooked them for too long or kept them too. I don't remember. It was a one-time thing and it didn't work very well.
We'll give Miss Metroid a lot of credit. She is in the holiday spirit with that cap. People are adding rupees, and I think they're adding rupees in 6s.
Wait, what's the plan with the rupee signaling? How are you gonna get, like, you're adding them in groups of 6, so she'll go
To flute to 6.
But is she gonna notice that pattern? Like, how do they come up one at a time? Don't they?
Probably not.
Especially if everyone's doing it, then it's just all a bunch of rupees hooked up.
The flute is out. Where are we going?
I mean, you could mess with all the numbers up top so they're just all 6s, and then eventually maybe.
2 more. Come on, 2 more.
Whoa!
6! Do we have it?
She's smiling. She's smiling. I don't know. Yes.
If she pulls out the mirror, she's got it. She doesn't. She's walking back into
What's
mire.
happening now? Oh, that is what she's doing. You're right.
We're almost there. She must be under the belief that she's got a second item that she has not pulled from this dungeon. She's walking out. She's thinking. Getting close. Pull out the mirror. Come on. This would be the best time to pull out the mirror and check the ledge. She didn't even check checkerboard either.
Look at that.
Mirror! Go!
Oh, there we go, guys.
Come on! Yes!
Oh, goodness.
Give her some silver arrows for that. You know what? Give her the cape and burn while we're at it.
I mean, we didn't tell her. I don't know. She somehow figured it out from the items that you were all sending. That seems seems like a stretch.
I sent up a smoke screen from New York to get her out in the on the mountains.
Right.
A smoke screen that can travel all of 2,500 miles.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say she's quite far from where you are.
Exactly. Either that or we do it telepathically, like those tiles do. Telepathy is quite a major strength. How else is Zelda and Sahasrahla able to use that art? By the way, I noticed we got some races coming up tomorrow as well as our tournaments continue on.
What is on the calendar for tomorrow? Good question. We do have, we have New Super Mario Brothers Wii at 6 p.m. Eastern. 20 minutes after that, we have Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament, 6:20 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, they're getting really close to the end of groups there. I think these are the last two matches.
Oh, those are the last two matches. Oh, wow. When's the when do actual group matches? Or I'm sorry, when do actual bracket matches start?
I think once after they get everything rearranged with that, so probably early next week it'll probably be when we start seeing the bracket matches start to come on, and we'll take probably a quiet break for AGDQ.
But we are going to be starting to do some bracket stage before HDQ, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Same format as we saw for groups, in the fact that it's a best 2 out of 3. Loser of game 1 gets to choose what mode they want to select for game 2, and loser game 2 gets to choose if they want to revert or different mode for game 3. That's a nice modular kill for msmetroid.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean fight. So she got one more present to get. And she's done most of her delivering while she was busy, finding that fire rod. Got a lot of delivery done, so really just getting these last two packages here.
Also, shout out to the Super Metroid Randomizer League, which will be going back into action on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Quarterfinals of that.
Yeah, we got what appears to be the best of 3 cross product and Sloters.
More Dash Rando. No, I think they did 4. The plan was to do 4 races and admit 4 people from each race. So I think they took 16 people from the qualifiers, and I think that they're done with the qualifiers for Dash. So January 18th, I think, is going to be just the people who qualified are going to be doing the actual playoffs. I could be. I hope I'm not completely wrong. Let me just check that schedule again. But I'm pretty sure Dash qualifiers are done.
By the way, if you want to get more information about some of the tournaments that we have coming up, we do post information about it on the Speed Gaming Discord.
Mm-hmm.
As far as list for the VOD play, I don't think we have a public thing about that yet. We were thinking about making a paste spin.
Yeah. We may have missed the boat on that one.
Yeah, we'll get one going for New Year's Day when we do the best of 2019.
Right. Yeah. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we're going to be playing another playlist, and that's going to be our best of 2019. So not necessarily. We did all the tournament finals and stuff this today and yesterday, but we still have a bunch of best of stuff. So people who requested VODs, you might see them there, and we've been taking suggestions from our VOD highlighters and from just the general public about what people want to see. And then I know Keku went through and one by one checked out a whole bunch of matches and tried to find close ones to play for us.
By the way, thanks to our crowd, Miss Metroid now has silvers.
Hey, thank you, Andrew.
Hooray, hooray, hooray.
And a pretty awesome repeat count.
I don't get it.
Purely by accident.
Nice. Do not touch the rupee.
Or touch the rupees and make people send her more. Shout out to Andrew Zeph for the tier 1 sub. Somebody in chat asking about Final Fantasy 1. Nothing organized just as of yet.
We have, we do weekly races of those. I'm trying to figure out which one was the one. Oh, Caleb and Degman was the one that's just them. Right, yeah, on the 29th, at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have a showcase race of that, Caleb versus Dengwu. They've been doing a series of eight races over the last couple months. Or is it 16 races, something like that. So that's the December 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have Final Fantasy 1. We also have, I think we're doing a weekly race. It's the 31st. The next one's the 31st. So it's Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. Fantasy.
Yeah,
Weekly
we'll have to
race.
double check to see if they're still doing that one because of the fact that it's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's true. That is New Year's Eve. They may have canceled that one, but I think in general, Tuesdays 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
For a weekly for Final Fantasy 1R.
Because I actually want to say I think they did one last night for Christmas Eve. So let's give a lot of credit to Miss Metroid. She's still got a good attitude about this. 2 hours 27 in. Nearing the finish, just gotta get through this dungeon and then deliver the remaining presents to all the good boys and girls. I think at this point it's a good time to remind people that the next crowd control race here on Speed Gaming is going to be coming up on Saturday.
That's 6 p.m. Eastern?
Yes,
Like
yes
Pacific.
it is.
And it is Ocarina of Time Randomizer crowd control race. So
The debut of Zooter on Speed Gaming.
of the crowd control Zooter.
Yes, of the crowd control kind. Yes,
Right. We've done actually.
We've definitely done Zooter before, just not in crowd control edition.
Not in that capacity, yeah.
And that will be featuring Spike, Vegeta, and Fant.
I don't know who those people are. Tell me more.
Oh well, maybe you might be familiar with one of the commentators, maybe both of the commentators. We're gonna have Sakura Tsubasa and Nuclear Reaction on commentary.
That's a killer commentary.
I'm not sure who those are either.
Guess you'll have to tune in and learn something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nobody tell Rick he works with one of those people.
I work with Nuclear?
Oh. Learning new things about Rick every day. He needs his mind back.
Too much eggnog.
Which is why we don't have a camera on you.
Well,
We
so
can't-
this New Year's resolutions. What do you guys want to see happen in 2020 on Speed Gaming? What would you all like to see? We already mentioned a bunch of the tournaments that were coming up. Actually, I think we forgot to mention the Azure Dreams tournament. I think we listed everything except that one. So I do want to point out there is an Azure Dreams tournament coming up. I think this is our third one that we're doing with them. But yeah, in 2020, like, what games would you like to see tournaments of? What kind of special events, like besides tournaments, what kind of events would you like to see happen? We do the chase for the record. We just recently did the Batman one of those. People have been actually coming to me a lot since the last couple chase for the records, just coming up with suggestions for other games we could do that for. Die Hard for the NES. That's
On topical.
Yeah, that's on topic. That's Christmas game right there. That's a speed run.
Something I've been watching a little bit more lately was some of the Doom speed runs, the original source ports.
Yeah, Doom is interesting. Like, that's one of those games that even before there was a speedrun scene, there was a speedrun scene. So yeah.
Maybe we'll have more maybe we'll have more like the chase for sub 30s like we did with Z1. It doesn't have to be a chase for the record.
Right, yeah, that is interesting because there are some games where there's a real, like, serious threshold that divides, some players from others, and it actually, would make a chase for the something if we did that. We see mind of me mentioning one-day tournaments, Cadence of Hyrule. Yeah, we also did like a Chippendale Rescue Ranger. I guess that was a 2-day tournament, but yeah, these short form tournaments. That's something that a number of people have mentioned as being something I want to see more of.
Yeah, we did a Final Fantasy 1 randomizer one-day only tournament not too long ago as well. Zelda 2 as well also did a one-day only tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something that RGL, Retro Gaming Live TV, on their Twitch channel, they do a number of things like that too. So you might want to check those guys out.
Yeah.
Did you guys know
Same
that in
thing.
just a couple of days, Feasel is actually going to speedrun something?
Ooh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Classic
what
games
yet.
done quick.
Maybe something.
They've shaved 11 hours off the estimate for first one in
Right.
10 years. 11 hours of time saved.
It's not going to be coming from any of my games, I'll tell you that.
Feasel's here to get us back on original schedule.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. No, I'm deliberately showcasing the 2010 strats for my games. Deliberately.
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 Yeah, that will be over on the Games Done Quick channel.
Yeah, that's
On the
Games.
27th at what time are your runs
I have no
estimated
idea.
right now?
My calendar knows, but it's sometime on the 27th.
Yeah, that's Classic Games Done Quick as they're honoring like the 10th anniversary of the original.
Oh man.
Hey, dungeons completed, presents acquired,
Time to deliver.
time to deliver.
So who here's going to be in Orlando in a week and a half?
A week and a half. Like, I start my drive a week from like sunrise. I can't wait. I'm excited.
How far is it a drive for you?
It's 16 hours. But this time, because it's in Orlando, I don't have to drive by myself. My family is going to come with me. They didn't get passes to go to GDQ. They're just going to go to Disney World for the week, but you know, that's fine, whatever. I get help with the drive, and that's what I'm most concerned about.
Yeah.
I arrive a week from Saturday.
And there's a name crossed off the list.
Yep, all we have to do is get to Hamburger Helper and we're done. Well, Ganon too. But you know, if we're for those of us who are going to be AGDQ, you know, come by, say hi.
Yeah, we don't bite.
We're not doing a panel this time around, but we are definitely going to be around. I know, Feasel, you got stuff you got to take care of for the on-air presentation, but I know, Clifford, you'll be around in various rooms. I'll be lurking around the practice room a lot.
I will be everywhere all at once, much like I was at SG Live. Except less frantically. Everywhere all at once.
Nah, you'll still be going around frantically.
Yeah. But I don't have to.
But you won't be making trips to Fairfax.
Yeah, we'll be making trips to Fairfax, to the Best Buy Micro Center.
All right, there's the shaking. So Miss Betch right now faces off against Ganon.
I think we've got all the good buffs going already. You can always send some fairies. I'm not sure what the bottle situation is right now, but
It's at least one empty.
Yeah, there's an empty one right there. We could send. You can send capes to her, right?
Maybe, sure. That sounds like something you can do. Maybe just the cane.
Cane of Berna? That's so laggy.
That'd be a great item to send to people.
You know what we need is the effect of the like Burna on hard mode where it doesn't work but it still drains your magic slowly. That's what you want, Rick.
Pay magic to lag your game.
Yeah, I want stuff to lag the game and drain magic.
Yep, exactly. All at the same time.
And despawn Ganon somehow.
I mean, you could already despawn sprites to not show up. You might as well despawn Ganon.
So I will say just how much I am looking forward to Mitch Flower Power's point style tournament.
Yeah.
April 2020.
I'm so excited for that, and I want to see. I really hope it goes over well, and I would really love to see it expand into other games
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
so-
such a unique and awesome idea.
Yeah, it is really cool. But doing more than just racing the game, you are trying to go fast, but you're also trying to complete objectives that are worth certain amounts of points. So certain kinds of challenges and other objectives you're trying to complete. And yeah, so it's about more than just being the fastest runner. Okay, here we go. Dropping in again. This is in the southern hemisphere.
And we get the Carol of the Bells for the Ganon music here.
It was a sunny 70 degrees here today. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the 70 you speak of?
It's one of. It's beautiful. That's what it is.
Quick, give her another fairy. Replace that one. Shout out to the Final Fantasy 1 randomizer community with over $600 already in their SG Live 2020 tournament pool.
Yo,
Yeah, they were the immediate front runners when that came through.
Oh yeah. Link to the Past is currently sitting at 5th.
Yeah, Link to the Past hasn't even made it into the top 3. I don't know.
I like the fact that Final Fantasy 4 Free Enterprise is on this top 3 right now.
Yeah, that
Free
was
Enterprise
one
is a fun game.
right. Yeah, FF4 and FF1 were ones that we were really on the fence. We could add them to SG Live, the 2019 one, but we just ended up with as many tournaments as we could do. We really just couldn't add
Good.
them.
She noticed that she does have silvers. Thank you, crowd. And we also got a fairy in a bottle. There's one silver arrow. Don't fall off.
She's got this.
I hope she does. More for her sakes at this point. Just unfortunate that the fire rod did what it did. Get the final hit. Oh!
Tink.
There we go. Final hit done. Get your GGs into chat here for Miss Metroid.
And with that, both runners have finished.
Hooray, hooray!
So, what is our next podcast? What is our next element on the podcast, Fiesel?
We're actually gonna go back and play the quite finish. When we started this, we were in the middle of the first game of a 3-game series for the Overworld Glitches tournament. So we're gonna and there was a point where like the two, well, I won't even say, but we were, that one was very much not finished when we cut it off. So we're gonna go back and replay that one.
Yeah, we had to get moving on this here. Miss Metroid joins us in GG's.
Thank you.
What would you like to say to the fire rod?
Oh, nothing to the fire rod, just to my dumb self for having forgotten to check a desert ledge. It's really difficult when you can't actually peek at the item, so you never really think to check it, and then you forget it when you're there, and so festive seeds.
I figured it was a festive issue that came into play at some point in time.
Yeah, no, it was great. It just not like every time, like Aga, I skipped library, but I went to the maze game to peek at the item, and then I was like, oh my gosh, you just skipped checking library because you knew you couldn't see what the item was. So it felt pretty silly.
And of course, the race game ended up having your coat.
Yes, yeah, which was nice. Yeah, because I run into a bunch of stuff, so not taking extra damage is helpful.
So, what made you remember the desert ledge when you got there finally?
All the 6s of rupees given to me through
You
crowd
did see
control.
that.
Oh,
Yes. I was like, why 6? Why 6 rupees? I don't get it. And then I went there and I was like, did I miscount something in Misery Mire? So then I went back into Misery Mire and then I was like, no.
Yeah, we were.
And then I was like, oh, damn, it's this stupid ledge that you can't see what it is. And
there it is, chat. You guys helped.
thank you, chat. You guys are great.
Keep it going.
So we had the opportunity to ask Keku this. We asked all of us here that have been a part of this this evening about their favorite SG moment of 2019. What's yours, Miss Metroid?
Speed gaming in general?
Yeah, how about just in general, speed gaming in general.
Oh, speed gaming live, I honestly think. As long as it took last year to not quite make it live, but this year to go through and have it be a real thing was really great, fun experience, and I look forward to next year's.
Cool. Yeah, me too.
Does Zora have the ice shoes every time? No, right?
No, I don't.
No, just happened out of circumstance here.
All right. Yeah. That's like the festive version of flippers, right?
Yep.
It is, yes. It stops you from sliding on the ice.
So were you all in here just chilling and chatting? Where
Yep.
did Kiku go?
Keku had to do family things because
He bailed.
Yes.
Yeah.
He build.
Well,
Yeah, he had
GG's to Keku and thanks for racing and everything. I think it
It
would have
was
been a
lots
lot
of fun.
closer if I just remembered Desert Ledge a little bit earlier, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think if
certain.
you would have checked that, I think you would have been in Guild mode first by quite a bit.
nice.
Yeah, because
Well,
you were the first one into Swamp to find the candy cane there. Shout outs
yeah,
to
I didn't know
Macy's
what that
on-
was at first. I was like, what does the candy cane do for me? What is this duck of doom? Like, I don't know what any of these things are. And then
we
I
don't
saw.
know that. We don't know.
Yeah. But the candy cane for Kino Samaria is pretty clever. I like that.
I like that you never lost your cuckoo attack notification.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, wait. But I was outside of all of the dungeons and I was like, what is this gonna go? It never started again. So thanks to the crowd for that final Kuko attack that just didn't come in. And also thanks to the crowd for silver arrows, because I was not looking forward to 9 hearts green male silverless Ganon, even with butter sword now.
See, crowd helped.
Yeah, you guys were great. Thank you all.
But seriously, I think as we get ready to wrap things up, it's been a fantastic 2019 here with Speed Gaming. You know, SG Live was just the beginning of more amazing things to come. And, you know, honestly, I'm looking forward to 2020. What about you guys?
Oh, yes, like we've got our feet wet. We know a ton of more things that we need to be more mindful of, more loose ends that we need to address with a lot
And-
more time to address it.
And you and Fees will need to sleep.
Yes, we're not gonna have a staff working schedule next time around. We're gonna have a sleep schedule. Then we'll just assume that we're gonna work the rest of the time that we're up.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, it's easier to make the not work schedule than the work schedule, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, other than SG Live, there's a ton of I have a list of like 100 projects that I would love to see us do. Obviously we can't get to all of them, but there's a lot of stuff coming besides just Speed Gaming Live, and I don't even want to start spoiling it now, but there are definitely good things coming. Just stay tuned, just keep watching, and reach out to more and more people. Like we would love to do, any game. We never turn a game down because we think, oh, that won't be an interesting game to watch. Anything can be speedrun, if there's people who want to do it, absolutely doesn't matter how popular the game is. This is a good way to get your game to be more popular. To get your speed game to be more popular. Just come to us with your ideas. We're open to all kinds of things.
Yes, I definitely use us to help network with other runners that may not know, or other potential runners that may not even know something even exists.
Yep, there's lots of games that would have a scene if we just, if it already had people playing it, then more people would see it. So we kind of try to help with that sort of chicken and egg problem by, doing some showcases, get your game out there, draw people towards your Discord server and your community and such. So yeah, come to us with your ideas, and we're always looking for new things to try. Well, without further ado, we are going to probably sign off here, and we're going to return you to the remainder of our tournament finals from 2019 playlist, which we've been playing for the last 2 days here. And we'll resume, I think it's going to be game 1 of the set of finals for the Overworld Glitches tournament. It's going to be the next VOD that you see playing.
What other things we got coming up on that list?
We
I can't even
don't know because the dashboard changed, and I don't know how to see the playlist anymore.
Thank you, Twitch.
No, I mean, I like that they put new features in, but I'm just like, I'm kind of a noob with this, and I'm just going to hit the start button, and whatever comes up is the next thing that plays. But I think that we can repeat the one that was last playing.
Yeah, let's see what we can find out. Yeah, if we get that found, we'll add a command for that.
It's a mystery. Well, I know for a fact there's going to be several games worth of the Overworld Glitches tournament coming up as the very next thing, but I don't know what's after.
Also, shout outs to all the viewers here that have been watching, not just this, but all throughout the year.
A big thank you to Feasel and Speed Gaming for bringing me on as a new staff member for this year, and I look forward to working with you for the next foreseeable future. And thanks to Feasel for keeping it all together. It's a well-oiled machine, and all of our volunteers and all of the viewers, of course, because without you, there's nobody to watch. So, Merry Christmas!
All right, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Good night.
Good night, Happy New Year, and we'll have a ton of fun stuff coming out the gate as soon as the new year hits.